Hello friends, Namaste, how are you? So I hope you have covered all 4-day content. So today let us start with day 5, that is object-oriented programming in Python, which is also a very important topic. So let us go ahead. Before that, just do subscribe to our channel AI Code Gyan, which is very important so that you can keep learning. Okay, let us go ahead. Friends, let us now talk about classes. अब हम classes के बारे में बात करेंगे और how Python is an object-oriented programming language, which is then very important to know concepts. So when you talk about Python, almost everything in Python is an object with its properties and methods. So चाहे हम less यूज कर रहे हैं, string यूज कर रहे हैं, set यूज कर रहे हैं, tuple यूज कर रहे हैं, dictionary, तो ये सब एक तरह से हम objects हैं हमारे. So when you talk about class, class क्या है? Blueprint है, वो भी objects को create करने के लिए. So either we can call it as like a default constructor for creating objects, or we can call it as like blueprint for creating objects. So like we create a blueprint for a plan. I mean, for any of a big plan, we create a blueprint first. Similarly, class is a blueprint for creating objects, and it is used to group all object properties in a single group. So basically, you want to possess all of the properties in a single group. Like you have parents, so they have, I mean, properties inherited in their children. Like they have their muscle, I mean, body tone. They have their face characteristics. So all things can be clubbed in a group using classes. So another example is of a bank account. So we can use a class for bank account details. So we can have inbuilt methods. I mean, we can have inbuilt parameters as account number, account type, transaction details, and that further can be used with the help of inheritance or polymorphism to create further type of accounts. And so when we say class, my class, that's a syntax. So suppose we declare variable x equal to 5, then we can use this after creating it. We need to create an object of this class and we can use it further. It's very important to know about default constructor. So definition underscore init underscore this in brackets we simply use self attribute is equal to value. So this is a default constructor. Basically what we are going to do, this is going to be called every time. Init function is something which can be called every time the classes are called using the object instance. So when we talk about parametric constructor, so we need to give parameters to it. We first will address self to address the instance, then we'll address the name and age. Self.name is equal to name, self.age equals to age. So now let us do some hands-on on classes. Classes in Python. So it's very important concept. Let us start with it. So when we talk about class, so let us declare a class shape. So and suppose x is equal to 5, if we declare. So what we are going to do, we need to first create the object of it, object instance. So we can create like something like sh is equal to shape, and when we need to call this so suppose we need to print x value. So yeah, sh.x will print 5. So similarly, it can be used to hold different properties altogether. We can use different constructors, and so let us declare another shape here, and let us define the parameterized constructor here. So suppose self.name is equal to name, so it is just assigning the value of the instance to this variable. Parameterized constructor works, and so after we declare the parameterized constructor, now let us create an instance of this class. So sh will be the instance. So it will be suppose Sohan and age is 25. Second instance h1 is equal to shape Rohan, his age is 27. Now let us try printing this. Suppose print sh or name. So this will print 25. Let us try printing for yeah. So second instance it will print row 1 and 27. Age is 25. 27. Now let us implement use of string method here. So we can use a string method. What is make sure to use a return here when we're using string method implementation. So it will basically use now what we can do, we can simply call object of this object instance of this class as such. So what this will print? This will on 25, and the second instance with name row 1 will print row 1, 27. Now there's another implementation of object method we can try is suppose we try class person. Yeah, so here we can use a method declaration for my function, and suppose we are using my function as abc, we're taking abc as the parameter and we're printing my name is and age is yeah, we need to use fs. Now when we suppose we create an instance p1 is equal to then when we use p1 dot my function, it should give this message in the printed format. Oh sorry, we have declared something wrong here. Sorry, this will be abc dot. Yeah. So basically this will take abc as the object with parameters name and age, and now when we call this method from the instance, then this will print my name is John and age is 35. Yeah. Now we can use p1 dot age. So suppose if we print p1, what will this will print? p1 dot age, this will print and suppose we reassign p1 age is equal to 37, then this will change. Implementation will change. Yeah. So now age is replaced as 37. Now we can use delete p1 dot age for to delete this object. So what this will print? This will print only. I mean, suppose if we print p1 dot age, what this is going to print? So this has been removed. This object has been removed. Similarly, we can remove the whole object by using delete p1. Then the whole object will be removed. Now let us go to inheritance. So now let us talk about inheritance. So as the name suggests, so basically our child class inherits parent class properties. That is called inheritance. So parent class is a base class from which properties are inherited, and child class is the child class. I mean, you can say subclass which will inherit the properties. So we get examples of like child inheriting mother or father properties. So a children or a son will inherit properties of his mother or father. So his mother or father are like parent class and he is like a child class. So and suppose there is change of characteristics in the child or son, that means it is like overriding the that property or that characteristic. So we can use similarly in some other types of, like we use for type of shapes we have. We can have rectangle is there, we can have squares are there, so we can inherit the same same property of shape, and also we can override the method area and circumference to make sure that properties are inherited properly. So now let us do hands-on to understand it more. Inheritance. Now it is, so inheritance is when child class inherits parent class properties. So suppose we declare a class person here, and declare a method. So here we are using first name and last name as parameters. And here we are using one more method, print name, which will make sure it will, we can print self dot, since both are string we don't need to use f string here. So now there's a child function class student. Now we can simply use pass. Pass is used when there is no implementation required. So what this will do, we can simply create a function s is equal to yeah, do remember to take person as an input parameter in the student class. Now since that is the parent class, now we will talk about student class. And so let us use first name as Mike John and last name is John, already that is as known. So we can directly use s dot print name because this method is inherited from parent person. So what this will do, this will print, yeah, so we have forgotten to put colon here. Yeah, so this will print Mike John. So what pass did here, when we use pass, so this all the properties of the parent class was inherited in student class. Now we can try one more thing. So instead of using pass, we can simply use as here we can call person class to inherit the properties of the parent class. This will also work the same. Here do remember to use the colon. Here we can even use super keyword to inherit the properties of parent class. This will inherit all methods, but here we cannot use self. We don't need to use self here. So what this will make sure, this will print all the methods from the parent class as well. So now what we can do, we can update a property called graduation year to person. So suppose it is 1984. So what this will make sure, and here suppose if we give let us use as dot welcome here. This is the again we want to put one here. Oh, we have forgotten to put close the parenthesis, so please be cautious by doing this. So my name is Mike John and my graduation 1984. So we could see we can even override that method of print name. Suppose we want to override that method. Here, so what we are going to do, so let us see whether this is working correctly. Now suppose now when we get print name, what does give? So it is also giving the year of graduation when we are printing as dot print name. So that means this is overridden. So this is the beauty of inheritance. So now let us go to polymorphism. Hello friends, let us talk about another important property of concept, that is polymorphism. So as the name suggests, it means many forms. So basically it also means like method of functions or operators with the same name that can be executed on many objects or classes. So like example, an engineer can be a son at home, he can be a gardener in morning, so he can do different activities, he can be a teacher, or he can do some other activities as well. So that's something like polymorphism. So len function is one of the big example of polymorphism which is used in Python. We can use len function to find length over different objects, like we can use tuple, list, dictionary, and even over str we can use it. When we talk about examples, some of the examples we have are like, yeah, so as we talked before about inheritance, similarly we can have polymorphism in the, like we can have like shape, and it can be in inherited classes. We can have area method used with the overriding to, which is example of a class morphism. So here area method is a property of overriding, I mean of polymorphism. It is working differently in circle, rectangle, and square classes, and also different from the is declaration in the shape class. So, and another example can be of different vehicles, like we can have like vehicles in different form, and they can have different speeds, they can have different movement. So we can have different types of polymorphism altogether. So let us do some hands-on. So as it means many forms, so we can have multiple, I mean we can have methods, operators, or functions which can be used with same name in different forms. Now suppose let us try with, yeah, class polymorphism is the most prominent. So let us try with, so the example of move method in boat, car, and plane. So this will work differently. So suppose there is a class boat here. So we define a method name model. So So now we can define a method move. We can print so what does it will sell. Now similarly when we use the same method for car, so what this will do, this will drive. Similarly if we use it for plane, what this will do, this will fly. So suppose we declare three objects. Boat 1 is equal to boat. So model can be anything. Our name can be alpha. Model can be something with the name here. We can have car 1 object. We can have Hyundai here. So we can have Hyundai Creta as being the model. Now we can have plane. We can have plane 1. So it can be Airbus. Or it can be 380, something like this. So let us print. Now let us see what this will print. Oh, again we are having some syntax. Okay, we have made some syntax error here. Yeah, so what this will be, sail, drive, fly. So we can do it effectively. We can use different example like this. We can have different types of animals here. Suppose again we can define some animal class. So here we can show like something like we have used an inheritance, so it can be inherited class polymorphism. So when we use animal and we use so name, yeah, we can have age here. We can have one like so we can define something like speech. So there's a different speech for every. Suppose we say howl or bark here for this. So when we go for the inherited class, suppose inherited classes dog. So let us use animal as the parent class here, and let us use pass here. So Similarly, glass, zebra we can use. So what this will mean? This will inherited all the so you can say, yeah, zebra box. Sorry, when we talk about speech, what zebra does, it can be like, you can say howling, something like howling, you can say here. So when we create an object for dog, Mike is the name of the dog and age is suppose 5 years. And for zebra, Mon is the, so let us use this. Suppose if we print, yeah, if we use dog dot speech, what does this print? Let's see. Yeah, this will print back. And suppose if we print zebra1 dot speech, it will be howling. So what does this mean? That we are able to use both polymorphism and inheritance here. So similarly, we can try different examples. So thanks a lot. So now we are done for today. Now I'll be posting some more problems on polymorphism and data structures and OOPS. So just check out other videos. And for now, you can watch through the playlist and watch the videos again. If you have any doubts, just put your doubts in the comments. Namaste dosto, hello friends. So today we have completed day 5 of our Python crash course, that is object-oriented programming in Python. I hope you have understood well. If you have any doubts, आप comments में put कीजिए उसको, और आप हमें email भी कर सकते हैं, और आप हमारी playlist अगर देखनी है तो नीचे playlist का link भी दे रखा है. अगर आपको हमारी 30 day AI content challenge नहीं मिल रहा है तो आप चैनल पे जाइए और वो भी अटेंड कर सकते हैं. If you have any doubt, just put in comments. So now next we'll be covering day 6, that is will be file handling. So very soon this course is going to end. So just keep up with the speed. Thank you friends. Bye bye.